Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 5th episode of Monster Musume no Oisha-san. And last episode we had a pretty action-focused episode, Pretty cool, like, raiding a place and saving some people. In this case, the people we saved were some harpy girls they were in a pretty terrible situation. So the fact that we could help them out, that's pretty cool. And yeah, of course, it turned out that our snake girl was not pregnant at all. That just everything about that notion was quite silly. So this episode, not quite sure what we're gonna do in it, but I imagine it'll be pretty fun. So let's just get into it and see. 3, 2, 1. We are in the great outdoors, the bumpy outdoors. I mean, can't just like fly, like hover? And cool, we're using Scythia transportation. It's cool that we get to give them some business. Harpy's village. Not complaining though. Not even a little bit. Illy. For sure. A little bit tired there. Need a break? We can take a break. Wow. Man, the motivation. I mean, I had nothing against the beautiful woman being all sweaty. I guess that's just me, though. I mean, just being a centaur in general would be more of a deal breaker than a little bit of sweat would. That's not avalanche, is it? Oh god, it is! Or, I think avalanche only applies to snow. Rock slide, I don't know. Whatever you call it, it's a problem. Hopefully, yeah, nobody got hurt. Good thing we have a doctor with us. It's okay, I had human meat shields, I'm all good. Oh no. Is she injured? Don't fall off. Nobody gonna, like, actually help her? Okay. Just gonna watch. But, I mean, she might just sprain an ankle or something. We have a doctor, so it shouldn't be too bad. I mean, I'm sure he's limited in what he can do outside the office, but I'm sure he could help. Yeah, the harpy seems to be flying there. And I assume that's the same harpy that we're talking about. Yeah, definitely flying there. A centaur with a sprain, so yeah, it is a sprain. I mean, she's not gonna die from this, if that's what you're worried about. It's the mountain's fault. Well, we were found. I guess male harpies exist too. Fair enough. Yeah, could you just like fly the centaur to the village? It'd help us out a lot. Translate mean as men just to rub it in. Just my mental image of harpies is all female. I know it's my personal issue, but it is what it is. Definitely use protection in this village. Is that thing a harpy? That's really crushing my mental image of harpies. Very glad too. Hopefully Sephet doesn't try to eat any of the harpies. I guess it makes sense. This is a charming little village, you know? It definitely looks like a harpy village. I like how we have buildings on the side of the mountains and stuff like that. Yeah, spraying's definitely far from the worst thing that could have happened to that lake. I mean, if you're injured, you rest. That's pretty common sense. Because I imagine centaurs are fairly heavy, so that's a lot of weight on the leg, even if they do have 4 of them. Just stay put, K. Okay? Just leave it to me. I'll get all the credit for being with her, being by her side. Kay and Lauren. I never actually had their names remembered. I may actually remember their names by the end of this episode. There's a lot of harpies in this village. In this harpy village. That'll be $7.95 plus tax. I think we have some company. She doesn't mean it in a mean way, right? I mean, who wouldn't want to see Glenn? So where are you? I see she found the river. His head's pretty much exactly chest height. Yeah, I don't see her anywhere. I guess she's underwater? Taking a bath, perhaps? You could definitely use one after the journey, especially after the rock slide. That was a bit odd. It's a very nice cleavage revealing camera angle, though. Because the camera needs to be pretty high up for that with her. Good question. I want to know what goes on behind closed doors. Little centaurs. Oh, there she is. Yeah, we looked all the way in this river. Yeah, what were you doing? You got lost, not me. Yeah, something weird is clearly going on. Desu could sit down while you're eating, but I guess she's just a mess without K. Ah, that didn't sound good. It's good enough. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it has to do with K. Not having her by her side, probably also worrying about her. Unthinkable things. Yeah, good question. An air courier, wow. I guess harpies would, yeah, help with that. I would love a harpy delivery service. Way better than drones. Yeah, much faster than centaurs, especially depending on the terrain. Maybe Glenn could help. I mean, in her case, it's probably more of a mental issue. I don't know how much he could help with that. Yeah, I don't know what we could do to speed up a sprain healing. I don't know what you expect from me. I know, right? That just sounds horrible. You tell her. Now we're talking. Actually, that does sound pretty valuable. You got Safi on board. Well, I got water, so. Aw. Bunch of centaur playing together. Yeah, same status and all that. And we really are diving into their relationship. I will do what we can. I can't promise much. Yeah. So I don't know what we could really do to help. Maybe we could trick her into thinking K's better. Okay, I see how it is. One's more needy than the other. But what do we do, though? Hey, bugs, get away from my food. Oh? What are you thinking there, Safe? That would always help. Trapper inside? I mean, the food's still there, it's just under the... like dealing with birds. Is she, though? But yeah, now I'm definitely curious what we're going to be doing exactly. You need to be more independent, I think. Well, there's a lot of people after him, so... seems like it. What'd you do? Oh. Okay. That was our plan. We just blindfold her. I guess that's what she's into. The world's a lot less scary if you can't see it. I don't know how much you can get done blind, though. I mean, it might calm her down, but you can't do anything like that. I just hear whip sound. Uh, wow, what are we doing? Oh my god. We're just like training the centaur. Jesus. Uh, does this in the manual? Uh, I, I, I mean, I can't words. Is that what we're doing? It, sure, let's just keep going if it's for her own good. Whew. I'm not. It did have the opposite effect on me, I assure you. I am raring to go right now. But I mean, if it helped, that's good. Right. I mean, she seemed pretty happy to me. Try. Oh, it's no trouble at all. It's all part of all the day's work. Hopefully we can give Kay a hug later. What? Yes, looking like that. I look forward to that. Mujirou. Okay, let's do it. We're learning a lot about you guys today. I kind of wish I kept the mouth thing in. It really completes the outfit. Oh? I mean, there's other ways to pay you. Okay, that could crush a person. Let's be careful. I'm sure she'll be fine. Oof. Hopefully that certain Lamia's not around. Fair enough. You got me sold. You get us as well as a package deal. Not a bad deal. A little taste test. I see. Right. Look fairly serious to me. When are you being blindfolded? Well, that was stimulating. And that's the end of the episode. But man, between two centaurs, he could be crushed if they're not careful, like, legit. They're both quite a bit bigger than he is. There's certainly worse ways to die, that's for sure. But wow. You know, I remember just kind of thinking, trying to figure out what exactly the plan was in regards to Lorna. You know, even mentioning trap or whatever he said, I still wasn't quite sure what he was getting at. I never would have guessed that. Just wow, I don't even know what to say about that, really. I was kind of speechless when that first started happening. Like, I know the show's had some lewd-looking things before, but that takes the cake. Like, I think the first thing we saw was just a blindfold, and it just showed us more and more after that. Like, the blindfold was just the beginning. But yeah, she has some couple of great attendants, that's for sure. Here I thought it would be a Harpy focused episode, but I was wrong. It was our Centaur Trio focused. And Stinger. We'll probably talk to her next episode. Because she clearly... Yeah, definitely next episode we'll talk to her. Probably help her fly. Like, that'd be the end result, but... Yeah, okay. Well, that was the 5th episode of... I almost called it Centaur. Of Monster Musume no Oisha-san. Because I have watched at least one show with Centaur in the title. What was it called? Centaur no Nayami Goto? Something like that. Show I watched quite a while ago. I think it was one of the first shows I ever reacted to. But anyway, this episode, yeah, we went to the Harpy Village. And we had a little bit of a rough time getting there. One of them got a bit injured because Cynthia has her 2 attendants, then they of course are going to do everything they can to protect her. And sometimes that involves getting hurt, and one of them definitely did. Kay. And Kay, as a result, she was kind of out of commission for most of the episode. Once she actually got to the village, she just got some medical treatment and just kind of stayed to herself. But the focus was less on Kay and more on just Lorna, who was now kind of lost without her, essentially, because she's kind of a pair with her, and they, same kind of social status, same position. They both work together as kind of two sides of the same coin to help their master, right? And when that's suddenly taken away from her, in like a strange place, no less, she's just kind of lost, I knew something was up with her. She was like by the river saying a couple of kind of odd things. I didn't quite get it at first, but I think eventually it clicked in my head that, yeah, Kay suddenly being out of the picture probably had an effect on her. And it definitely did. She's talking about how Cynthia got lost, but in reality, she's the one that got lost, because she is quite lost. We saw kind of a lot of her daydreams and stuff like that. The episode definitely was focused on this trio. Like, one scene, Glenn actually straight up asked, about the relationship, and she kind of explained kind of the origin of it, kind of how it is with centaurs and how their little trio came to be. So really good getting all that insight. And the biggest conflict with the episode was just kind of helping Lorna with her issues, right? Cynthia wants this whole air courier thing going on, which would be great. Could you just imagine, you're sitting at home waiting for your Amazon package to arrive, and you finally hear a knock at the door, and you open it, and the heartbeat just kind of hovering there with a package, and she's like, here you go, this is that ointment you ordered, and you're like, thanks, and you just take it out of her claws, and you sign for it, and she flies off away. That'd be great. Like, that would be amazing, So if we could get on that in the real world, that'd be great. But I imagine we have a couple of obstacles to make that a reality. But, just baby steps, for sure. So, anyway, what was my train of thought? But yeah, for a while I was kind of confused what we could possibly do to help her. I mean, Cynthia obviously wanted us to help her. She pretty much begging us to do so, because all three of them are important to each other. But really, there's not much we could do, because Lorna's problem is that Kay's out of commission with the injury, and we can't really fix the injury any faster than we are without some kind of supernatural means. So, at this point, all we could really do is try to figure out a way to make Lorna feel better, like mentally, like get a way to calm her down, relax her, get her to be more focused, not worrying about Kay as much. And I wasn't quite sure what we could do to do that. But Glenn apparently had an idea. We just have a blindfold on her, all these kind of restraints, like a harness like you would give a cat you're going for a walk. That was what it looked like at first to me. So we had kind of like that thing going on. We just kept making it tighter, and those knockers were just jiggling all over the place to the point where they could knock somebody out. So, that was a creative solution to this problem, and it seemed to have worked. So that was a treat. Just all of that was more than I could have possibly asked for. She even had like one of those mouth gag things, which, like I said, really just completed the outfit. So it was great. I don't know how much I can really say about that, but that was a nice little surprise, like highlight of the episode for sure. Although the highlight for Glenn might have been the scene that came after that, when he was literally between a centaur and a soft place, and they were talking about how, the bonds between centaur and the kind of position he would be in if he married their master, because they would kind of, be his attendants as well, it kind of like a package deal, and they would do what they can to help him, and yeah, that was quite a deal. Centaurs aren't my favorite monster girl, but you gotta at least consider a deal like that for sure. And I really was surprised how little this episode had to do with harpies, considering we went to a harpy village. So I guess you could almost call that a bit of a misdirect. But next episode, the title makes it very clear that we're going to be getting into harpy stuff next time. We teased it a little bit in this episode, saying how she didn't want to see Glenn and all that. So she's clearly pretty traumatized by what happened, which I definitely understand. So probably going to have to talk to her a little bit, maybe give her some more medical treatments, and eventually she'll be able to fly. Like, I imagine the episode will end with her being able to fly. She flies in the opening. It's got to work out, right? So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, she looks oddly good in that blindfold. It just kind of suits her so well. Still can't believe we did that in the episode. As far as all the lewd things in the show, I think that may have been the biggest surprise so far. Like, it was probably the least medical looking, if that makes sense, Right? Like, what doctor did you ever go to that had that kind of treatment, So that was something special for sure. But anyway, I feel like I'm just kind of repeating myself a lot, so I think I'll just end this video off here. I liked the episode. It was good. I never thought we would get that much into this trio and their relationship. I really appreciate doing so. It's one of the most, beautiful examples of friendship I see in the show so far. Kind of a sisterly bond that they got going on. It was great to explore that. I'm glad we did, and we'll see how things go with the Harpy next time. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.